What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
Hello, episode 27. Today is May 17th.
May 17th. My name is Harrison. I'm here with my brother Nick, as always.
Hello.
So, what's been going on with your week, Nick? You got some pretty big news.
I got some huge news. This week I got engaged.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
To be married.
Yeah. I've told you this story, but I guess I can
Yeah.
do a little retelling for the podcast. So, it happened on Friday night, and we had a getaway cabin booked for Friday, which is just a small 200 square foot cabin that's in Shenandoah, Virginia, so just about an hour and a half south of Arlington. So we had that booked, and my plan was to either propose, like, we went on a hike earlier in the day, and my plan was either to propose like on the hike at the overlook or propose at the cabin. And we went on the hike, and it was like super rigorous, super hard. We were really sweaty. It just wasn't the time. Like, there wasn't even an overlook when we got to the end.
Yeah.
It was just like a gravel path leading up to a cell tower.
So there wasn't like a romantic spot or anything like that?
No, not at all. And then on the walk back, I stepped over a copperhead, and so it's just a bunch of stuff happened. So it just wasn't the right time for it. But then we got to the cabin, and it was our anniversary on Thursday, so we had exchanged some gifts then, but I said I wanted to do the rest on Friday.
Mhm.
And like, we exchanged some gifts, and I said I had one more, but I needed her to go outside so I could get it ready. I told her I wrapped it just to bring, but it actually didn't need to be wrapped, and I needed time to display it in the cabin.
Yeah.
So she went outside and put on some music, turned on a camera which was facing the wrong way, so we didn't get video of it, which is fine. Like, she was
Yeah.
not bummed about it at all.
Right.
And, I brought her back in, and I gave her last present, which was a wedding planner. And then right when she opened that up,
Nice. So she would like open it up, and she was like, she probably like did like a double take or something.
Yeah, she was like, what is this for? I was like,
What is this?
No, but it was great. My reasoning for the camera being flipped is, like, it was just such a perfect moment, and I think video of it would, I guess my reasoning for messing up the video, or the silver lining, is like, that perfect moment kind of only exists in your head, and when you see it on video, it might ruin it.
Yeah. Some things like that is kind of, while it's cool to like see a video, but it's kind of nice to have that moment that you and Alicia share without other people seeing it and stuff like that.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, we have the audio of it. So
right. Cool.
Yeah. But no, it's been great. Like, it's weird. It's weird being engaged.
It's like different, but it's just kind of the same, at the same time.
Yeah, it's like we came back on Saturday, and we were just like going back into our normal lives, but everything was kind of different at the same time.
A little bit different.
So.
Yeah. It's a cool feeling, and it'll start changing once you start actually making wedding arrangements and all that stuff.
Right.
After you start planning and stuff.
We're not going to start planning for a while, but
yeah,
we've like just talked about what we want and that type of like general stuff. So
yeah,
it's been fun.
Oh, cool.
It's been fun.
Cool.
Aside from that, which was the highlight of my year, life, whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I got new upgraded internet and a new router and a new modem.
I'm doing the podcast now. What's up?
Dude, you could have told me to wait to do my shower.
Okay, you see this right here? The pop filter? You don't hear anything.
Oh. She worried?
Yeah. Well, she's always, every time I do the podcast, she's always like, "Can I go shower?" I'm like, "Yeah." Did you hear any water coming down?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got new internet.
Got new internet. Upgraded it to was it a gigabit? Gigabit
Sweet.
data.
Yes.
And the modem we had, like, I went through like the Xfinity app and they ran an analysis on my modem,
Mm.
and like it wasn't good enough to get that speed or even get close to it. Like it was kind of hindering our Wi-Fi. Like
Hmm.
our Wi-Fi would just drop to like one or 2 megabits per second.
Yeah, it's yeah, when you get gigabit internet, it'd be kind of a bummer if you didn't have a good router, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's kind of like having the same as before.
So I kind of had to ball out on a router and modem just to make sure like we had the capability. And the router came in earlier this week, and even with that, like we were getting really good speeds. But the modem came in today, and now I just ran a test on my phone, and it was like 390
Hmm.
down, which is crazy. And like
Yeah.
I downloaded Control, and I'll talk about Control in a few minutes, but I downloaded that and I plugged the Ethernet straight into the router, and it took like 10-15 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
It's like
Yeah.
a different world we're living in now.
Yeah, yeah. Fast internet can like change the game for. I mean, because I'll talk about it here shortly, but I downloaded
Mhm.
Red Dead, and that's like a 100 gigabyte game, and I downloaded in probably like 30 minutes or something crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe like
A-
an hour. I can't remember, but
And the straw that broke the camel's back was I was wanting to re-download Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on my
yeah.
Switch just to boot it up and see where I was at, or
Hmm.
see if I had any other side quests to do at the end of the game. Um, but the download said it was going to take 48 hours.
Oh my god.
I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore. I called Xfinity and I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm going to switch over to FiOS. Like I called earlier and they said that the best package they could give me was like $110 for 1 gigabit, and I saw like there were a bunch of specials for $80, but apparently I didn't qualify for those.
Yeah.
I called and told them I was leaving their servers, and they said, "Well, you didn't know about this. Well, hold on. You didn't know about this super special package we have." And it was like the same price as they had for the special offers, like $80, but
Yeah.
it was like a 2-year contract. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna switch internet if I have
Yeah.
you know that good of speed and whatnot." So
Yeah. I was kind of in the same boat when well, I had the best internet that Time Warner Cable, Spectrum offered, and then North State had sent something in the mail saying that they offered the gigabyte
mhm.
um connectivity or whatever. And I called the guy and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to cancel the service. He said, why? And I said, well, I'm switching over to North State. They've got the fiber. And he's like, oh, okay, I understand, because they don't have it yet. So
Oh, so they can't even rebuttal.
no, they couldn't. He couldn't even be like, well, he did try to say, well, what are you using it for? And I said, well, gaming, streaming, stuff like that. And he's like,
Mhm.
well, what you've got now isn't enough. And I said, no, I need that. I
What
need
did
that.
you have
I think it
at
was
the
like up to
time?
300 megabits per second, but I
Okay.
was never anywhere close to that. It was like usually in the 70, 80 range, which is not terrible, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I just and it was cheaper than what I was getting with Spectrum, so I was like, it's a
Oh,
no
that's
brainer.
a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's a no brainer.
Yeah, I think before we were getting maybe 15 or 20 down.
Yeah,
It's like it's just too slow.
yeah, yeah. It's too slow.
Yeah. But
Too slow.
yeah, living in a different world now.
Oh yeah.
Engaged, got good Wi-Fi.
They go hand in hand.
They do, man. They do. What about you? How's your week been going?
Oh, it's good. Just another week working from home. I feel like I say that like every podcast now, but nothing
Yeah.
really interesting happened. I got a new like tarp or whatever, or a new cover for our outdoor canopy. It
Mhm.
had, when there was that really bad thunderstorm a couple years ago, or last year it ripped the one we had, so we had to replace it. And then I got Kaylee a new case coming on the way for her Switch Lite. I've got her
Nice.
tempered glass already ordered, and I got it put on her screen. Um, but yeah, other than that, I went over to mom and dad's for Saturday and saw their like really cool door thing they made, and
Yeah, it looks sweet.
took Kellen with me. And of course, as soon as I rolled up in the truck, Dad was like, "I gotta wash it." so he,
I
so
see it. I see it. It's dirty. I gotta wash it.
yeah, so we washed the truck and stuff. And then yeah, other than that, pretty pretty kind of standard week, I guess, that I've been used to. You want to go ahead and jump into what we've been playing?
Let's do it.
So I guess I'll go first because I've literally only played one thing. I haven't played any more Zelda. I'll probably start that up this week for sure. But I did download Red Dead Redemption 2, and I played it for about an hour. And man, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool so far.
The first section is like the snowy.
Yeah, like I'm still in that area. I don't want to spoil anything, but we rescued someone. So I'm like really early in the game.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait to play it some more because it seems like it's gonna be awesome.
Nice. I really liked what I played of it. I just thought some of the I didn't like the combat in the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really didn't like Red Dead 1's combat either. And I guess that's just a testament to Rockstar. Their
shooting is
great.
Yeah, it's always kind of weird. Yeah, it's not the best. I would prefer something a little bit cleaner and tighter, but but yeah. Because Red Dead 1 was kind of the same way. It's like like just being in that world was awesome, and like the side quests and stuff like that. And the story was great, but yeah, the shooting wasn't the best. So hopefully I can push through it and stuff. It hasn't bothered me yet, but I've only been in like one combat encounter, so who knows?
Gotcha. And that's not the main draw of the game.
Yeah, it's definitely you're definitely there for the story.
Exactly.
For sure. But yeah, other than that, still playing a little bit of DBZ on the side. Still loving that game.
Still grinding.
Still grinding. Although like I tried to play last week a few times and I could not get into a ranked match for whatever reason. So that was like a little bit of a bummer. But there was people playing in like the lobby, so I don't know what the issue was. But yeah, what have you been playing?
So first on my list is Diablo 3. I booted it back up. I think I re-downloaded it. I was in a just once I got the router, I was just like re-downloading everything I could.
I'm downloading everything.
And I re-downloaded Diablo 3 for Switch and realized I beat like the main game, but I never played through Act 5, which was the DLC.
Okay,
acts. Yeah. So I started that, and I've gotten through like a decent chunk of it, I think, but haven't played much since then. I also downloaded My Friend Pedro on Game Pass.
Sweet. Okay.
And it was another game where I was just scrolling through Game Pass, and Alicia was like, "I think you'd like that game."
It's a banana.
I think you're right. And it's really cool. I don't know if you've seen any trailers or anything for it.
Isn't it like the slow-mo game? Like it's very slow motion heavy?
Yeah, it's very slow motion heavy. It's almost like you're playing as Deadpool, because you have dual wielding pistols and you have like Uzis and shotguns and all this stuff. But it's like a stylistic side scrolling shooter, and it's pretty cool. Like you can choose when to go into slow motion, and there are a bunch of different moves you can do. And like when you go into slow motion, you'll do like flips in the air, and you can like lock onto two people at once and shoot them.
Cool.
And just stylistically, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
And then
I thought about downloading it because I saw it was on Game Pass.
Yeah,
they had it a little bit ago.
I think I'm about 60% of the way through. I think there are five main chapters, and I just finished chapter 3. So I think it's a pretty short game. Like I got through all that in one sitting. But no, it's really good. Like each level kind of has a different mechanic to it. Like one of them, you're ricocheting your bullets off of these little metal barriers, pretty much to kill everybody. Another one, you have a skateboard, and you're like skateboarding around levels. There's another one with like you're on a bike, and you're going around, and man, it's just really cool. Like it's just a cool feeling game once you get the hang of it.
Cool.
So I like it. Definitely recommend.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I remember seeing the trailer for it whenever I think it was on one of Nintendo's directs, like one of their indie directs maybe. But I had seen it for the first time, and it looked really cool. So yeah, I'll probably check it out.
And I don't think there's a ton of replayability aside from just getting a better rank at the end of each level.
I mean, it's cool. I mean, like I don't need every game to, be replayable. Like sometimes it's nice just to, be one and done with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't have Game Pass, I think I'd recommend buying it. I think it's like $15.
Yeah, I think it's about $15.
Like on Switch or on Xbox, or I'm assuming PS4 as well. Might be wrong about that, but
Hey, spend $15 and get a month of Game Pass, and then just play it.
and all the other wonderful games on Game Pass.
We're gonna mention Game Pass every week until Microsoft sponsors this podcast.
Exactly.
It's
Speaking
just
of a
so good.
game, speaking of a game that's not on Game Pass, Control.
I'm excited to hear about this.
So I saw that 505 was running a publisher deal, and Control is 50% off. So I picked it up. Like I don't know how, I just randomly saw it on the shop, and I picked it up. Man, that game is probably one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Like with and I don't know if the original Xbox One has ray tracing capabilities, but
I don't think so.
even if it doesn't, like, that game looks so gorgeous.
Yeah.
The frame rate dips a lot.
That's what I've heard too. It's like, it's very, once you start getting into like the environments and stuff is moving around, it kind of drops a lot.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
And it's crashed once, but that wasn't a big deal because it auto
Yeah.
saves pretty frequently. But
Right.
man, the game is just so crazy story wise. Like you start out, and I'm not gonna go too far into it for spoiler purposes because it has been on, it came out August or September of last year, so it hasn't
Yeah,
been
yeah.
out that long. But you walk into the FBC, which is the Federal Bureau of Control,
Mm-hmm.
and you're pretty much the only one there. And you walk around and you come across this janitor, and the janitor's like super weird, but he points you in the right direction. You're trying to find your brother, who's been lost for years and years and years, and you're also investigating an event,
Mm-hmm.
like a weird paranormal-ish event that happened to your town when you were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And the story kind of unfolds from there. You find some other people, and this happens within like the first 10 minutes, but you become the director of the FBC.
Yeah.
Like, how the heck am I the director of this like government entity right now?
Now, so in terms of like, does it have like heavy like BioShock vibes? You know, not necessarily BioShock itself, but just that feeling of going into something or walking into something and just you have no idea what's going on.
Mhm.
Like that kind of, you know, when you first get out of the bathysphere or whatever in BioShock.
Yeah,
Cool.
it kind of gives off that feeling, that vibe.
Yeah,
And
I love games like that.
yeah,
And
and you get.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
I just like the fact that it ties into Alan Wake's universe, which
Yeah, so I
Alan
didn't
Wake
know that.
was an awesome game.
Yeah, Alan Wake was kind of a gem on the 360, little hidden gem.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it ties in, aside from just the weird events that happened with Alan Wake are kind of related to the FBC.
I know the next DLC that's supposed to hit for Control dives into Alan Wake.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that's pretty cool.
Nice. But let's see. Combat wise, I mean, it's pretty good. Third person, running and shooting, jumping. I got like an evade ability, shield ability. I have like a pistol, and then I have a shotgun as well, or a shotgun upgrade to my pistol. And the one of the really cool abilities that I have, and I think there's more that you can get, but the telekinesis ability, where you can take objects and just like throw them at enemies.
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever worked as well as it's worked in this game. Like, I know
Oh,
they've
wow.
tried it in other games, like BioShock had it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of any other games that have had that ability, but it seems so realistic. And even when you hit like pieces of the environment, they'll break off, and everything's just so realistic in the game.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's super trippy. Like, it kind of gives Alan Wake vibes, where it's kind of creepy, but not scary. It's not a scary game or a horror game. It's just unnerving, kind of like I've never seen Twin Peaks, but I'm assuming Twin Peak vibes. That kind of.
That heavily inspired, like Alan Wake. That weird,
Mhm.
you know, something's not quite right with this place or town or whatever.
Right. Yeah, but I've loved what I've played so far.
Cool.
It's
Yeah,
very excited to get into the story and see what all this is about.
yeah, that's one of the games I wanted to play the most out of last year, just because I've heard so many good things about it, and I keep holding off just because like I feel like it's going to come to Game Pass, and they like even Phil Spencer had mentioned something on Twitter about it or whatever, or maybe not, maybe it wasn't Twitter, I don't know, some interview or something, and he had said it, and then Remedy was like, no, it's not coming out for Game Pass,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I definitely do want to check this out eventually.
I wish I was playing it on a One X,
Mhm.
just because I feel like the frame rate would be better.
Yeah.
Even though I heard it like still wasn't a consistent 30.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, it's
Still drops.
yeah, still drops a little bit.
Yeah, but it's still a gorgeous game. Like
Yeah.
freaking beautiful.
Everything I've seen about the game, it just looks like kind of photorealistic almost. It looks really good.
Yeah, and it has. I think they added this in post launch, but they have a photo mode,
Mm-hmm.
and that is really cool. Like it makes things even look more photorealistic than.
It's so funny, like
Yeah.
the photo mode that always comes like right after the game launches. It's just it's like every PS4 exclusive always has like a photo mode added post.
Yeah.
But
It's like
I
they
don't
don't
know.
realize the beauty of their game until after
Yeah.
they made it.
Yeah, it's
Like, wait,
weird.
this game looks pretty good, guys. We should add a photo mode to it. Yeah, but that's been pretty much it for what I've played.
Cool.
I'm not super deep into Control, but I'm 2 or 3 hours in.
Sweet.
And, yeah, it's really good.
Sweet. All right. Well, we are going to take an actual like break, probably maybe 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to go eat real quick, and we'll be right back to dive into the news. All right, guys, welcome back. We are going to dive into some of the news that happened this week. First off, they announced Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake coming in September.
Freaking did it.
Uh,
Skateboarding is back, baby.
It is back. Xbox and PS4. No Switch release, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But
It's okay. We have Skater XL coming to Switch, so
this is true.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I never really played a ton of Pro Skater 1 and 2. I don't remember back in the day.
I remember 2, but I don't remember much of 1,
Yeah.
if anything, aside from Warehouse.
So it looks really great. Like the graphics and stuff look good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they confirmed that most of the songs are coming back, which is cool.
Yeah.
Just because like licensing issues, it's hard to guarantee that songs are going to come back. But I think for the most part, most of the stuff is coming back, which is cool because Tony Hawk is kind of known for its soundtrack and like it, it's punk-esque excuse me, music, which is cool.
Exactly.
So
exactly. And this is being done by either the same team that did Crash or Spyro
yes,
trilogy.
yeah.
So I have good faith in this team. I know Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 was kind of a bust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
But
garbage.
yeah, but hopefully they're doing 1 and 2 justice with this remake. From what I've seen, like I saw there's a video of Jack Black playing it with Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
And I mean, man, Jack Black is just
He's
such a
hilarious.
character.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch.
But it looks really good. Like it looks, I mean, like a classic arcade style Tony Hawk game. So
Yep.
I feel like that's going to be a good juxtaposition to Session and Skater XL.
Exactly.
Coming out soon.
Hopefully it's not the rumored Tony Hawk game that was supposed to come out this year, but I got a feeling that it probably is that.
I think it is. I think this is the Tony Hawk game that's coming out this year.
But hopefully, like, it sells really well, and hopefully it's it's a good remake that it'll kind of maybe bump up the the need for a new one, like a proper Tony Hawk game.
Yeah, bump up the brand a little bit. I mean, even if they remake Underground 1 and 2, like I feel
Yeah.
like those games could really benefit from a remake. 'Cause those are the first ones you could get off your board, I think.
Yep.
And I mean, those are some of my favorite Tony Hawk games. So
Yeah, those two were like a lot of fun.
those are the
They were
best.
just goofy. It was kind of like, I mean, it literally was Jackass meets Tony Hawk. I mean, it had a bunch of Jackass
Yeah.
people, and so it was, yeah, it was a really fun game.
Yeah, but so this one's coming out in September.
hmm do we have a price for this thing? Is it $60? Do we know?
I think it's 40
40?
or
Okay.
50.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's reasonable
Yeah, yeah.
for what this is.
I mean, 2 games, that's getting a proper remake. It's not just like it's not like it's the same game or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
so this is looking a lot better than the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 remake that came out either on 360 or
yes.
Xbox One years and years ago.
Yeah, that was more like a upres. It was still like the same
Same
game
like
pretty much. It looked
yeah,
a little cleaner, but other than that, it was kind of the same thing. But
yeah.
this looks like a proper remake in the style of, Spyro that
Mhm.
this team did. So
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the year of skateboarding games. We're finally back on the radar
we're finally
after 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played a skateboarding game, so looking forward to picking those up.
Oh, speaking
Play 'em.
of skateboarding games, there was an interview with a pro skater, and I can't remember
Mhm.
which one it was off the top of my head, but he got an inquiry from EA allegedly about a new skate game, and he asked like which game it was, like because I think they mentioned Skate 3, and EA said it was going to be a Skate 3 mobile version,
Ugh.
which is something nobody wants. So he said, I'm not going to participate in anything you're doing involving Skate 3 mobile. Let me know when you might want to make Skate 4, because even though it might not do as well sales wise, it's more of a boost to your reputation than anything, and should be an investment in your brand as
Yeah,
as EA. So Skate 3
yeah,
mobile could be coming,
yay.
which no one freaking wants, but it's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if that comes out, it does well. Maybe it'll kind of bump up the skate brand name, and then maybe EA is like, hey, people actually want a Skate 4 or like a proper skate, or maybe like some sort of skate remake or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I also hate that though. I hate the test games that these publishers put out to gauge interest for their franchises. Like, just go all in on a game,
Yeah,
for
or do a
once.
poll or something. Be like, hey, remember this game? Would you like another one? Heck yeah, okay. Boom,
Yeah,
it's in development.
pretty simple. You don't have to develop like a half-assed remake of a game and then ditch the franchise completely if it doesn't do well.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh well. Well,
EA.
maybe one day we'll get a. I don't know. Probably not.
I don't even want to Skate 4 from EA. I just want to Skate 4 from, I don't know,
Somebody else.
somebody else, anybody else.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Let's see. Next on the list. So Mafia Trilogy Remake got announced,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I'm a little confused. I know the first one is getting like a full-on remake and it looks super gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if 2 and 3 are getting the same treatment or if they're just getting up-res. I think
So they're doing one by itself and then doing a trilogy remake.
they're doing 1 by itself, and
What's
then
going on,
2 and
Noodles?
3, and then 2 and 3 are getting like an up-res treatment.
Okay. Okay.
And I never played the Mafia trilogy, so I don't have much of a say on this.
Yeah, I played a little bit of Mafia 2 back in the day, and found it. I mean, I hate to say like a GTA clone, but it was kind of that, and the
Yeah.
world was also, excuse me, the world was also very bland. Like there wasn't any. Granted, this was like early 360, maybe I think, but there just
Okay.
wasn't any pedestrians on the street or anything. It just didn't feel like it was like a lived-in world. It was kind of like, what's that Rockstar game? oh shoot, the detective one.
Oh, L.A. Noir.
Kind of like that, where like it was like technically open world, but there wasn't anything to do, or it didn't feel like it was lived in. It
Okay,
felt like that. So
gotcha. Okay, so it looks like Mafia 2 is having a new version, and that one's set to launch on May 19th, and then Mafia 1
mhm.
is getting like a lavish remake, like complete remake, and that's coming out in August.
Okay, cool.
And then Mafia 3, I guess, is in development.
Well, Mafia
So
3, did that come out on Xbox like One and PS4 and stuff like that?
yeah, that one came out in 2016.
Okay, so that's probably not going to be. They'll probably just touch it up a little bit.
I mean,
Um,
there's only so much you can do with a 4-year-old game, you know.
yeah. They're probably just adding it to the package to kind of, make it a little bit more enticing for people,
It could also be
which is cool.
a next gen title as well,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know. Yeah, save it for the Series X and PS5.
yep.
So we'll
Which
see.
but yeah. I mean, like you said, like I really don't have any sort of affinity for the Mafia franchise.
Are you interested in picking up the remake of 1 in any capacity?
Maybe honestly, I have not seen anything about it. Like
Mhm.
I think we may have talked about it before on the show, but I don't remember talking about it at all. And I forgot that it was coming, honestly. But I mean, if it looks cool and it's like, redone and stuff, maybe I'll check it out. We'll see. But
Okay.
I don't think I'm any sort of. There's no sort of hype for me about it. But
Yeah, I guess I'm not a huge fan of crime mafia games. Like I'm not super into GTA
yeah,
and
yeah,
Mafia. Like even games like Saints Row, I'm not that into. I guess
yeah. Well, Saints Row, like, God, that game, that franchise took like a hard left turn after. Well,
after
like
2.
yeah, 1 and 2 were like very much GTA clones,
Hmm.
and then 3 started to get very weird. 3 was actually my favorite. It was goofy enough to where it was not like quite over the top, but then 4, I mean, I never played 4, but I mean,
You had superpowers in that one, right?
you could fly around and stuff, like you were the president or something. It was kind of wild.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I liked like GTA 4. I really enjoyed that story with Nico, and his cousin, my cousin. But 5, I beat 5. I couldn't tell you anything about that story. I mean, I remember enjoying it, but that was kind of it. I didn't
Mhm.
really get super into it. And then I never touched the online or anything like that. But I mean, it could be cool. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we could always use some more GTA 5-esque games until GTA 6 gets announced. Fill
Yeah,
that void a little bit. Well, GTA 5 is filling its own void with God, that game sells so much. It's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah, and I forgot about the Gat out of Hell thing, the game, the one where you were like it takes place in hell.
Saints Row,
Yeah,
right?
I think
Yeah.
that was like an expand. I think it was an expansion. It might have
It
been
was a
like its own step.
standalone,
It
but it
was, yeah, you're
also
right. It was a standalone.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
God, what a crazy franchise.
Yeah. Um, Next up is surprisingly out of nowhere on Thursday, Nintendo revealed Paper Mario: The Origami King, coming July 17th of this year.
2 months.
Two
Coming in two
months.
months.
Like I was not expecting that. You had we talked about it earlier, but you had texted me and I thought like they were doing some sort of direct or something because like they usually
Mhm.
do directs on Thursdays, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, it looks really really good. I cannot wait to play it.
Yes, and we don't have that long. We don't have
Yeah,
that long to wait either.
yeah,
I saw a few other like Japanese trailers,
hmm
and it showed the combat in depth a little bit more, and it looks like it's I can't remember what they said, but it was like you're on this wheel and you can spin it yourself.
yeah.
You can like spin enemies into place, and then you use more traditional turn-based controls.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a mix of new and old.
Cool.
So
I mean,
kind of
I'm
using.
yeah. I mean, I'm into it. It looks cool. Um, freaking new Paper Mario game, man.
Yeah.
Like heck yeah. I'm really hoping that if this does well, hopefully they remaster 1 and 2 Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Hell, they might be already doing that.
Yeah, they probably are. But
Mm.
yeah, it looks really good. It's got like that sense of humor that you kind of expect from Paper Mario, and just like Mario in general. Like the origami concept looks so cool.
It's like
Yeah.
how have they not done that before? You
Yeah,
you see it now, you're like, man, it makes so much sense.
Like I can't wait for all the freaking paper pun jokes and stuff. It's gonna be great.
Mhm.
It's gonna be so good. I love it.
I'm just glad they're continuing the franchise after Color Splash, because I think that game sold like under 200,000 copies. I
Oh
think it did
gosh.
really bad on Wii U.
I didn't play that one. I honestly forgot about that one. I played the one on 3DS, the
The
Sticker
Sticker
Star.
Star.
I didn't like that at all. It was just, I don't know. It wasn't for me.
Mhm. Just the sticker combat in that game was kind of weird.
Yeah, hopefully they because I mean even the what was it, the Super Paper Mario on the Wii was not so great as well. So like I don't know, they've kind of had 3 back-to-back games of kind of not being super great after coming off of Thousand Year Door, which is
The best one.
my favorite Paper Mario game. That game was incredible.
Mhm.
So
I don't know. You have to think after 3 games they'd listen to the fans. So
yeah,
I have faith in this one. I think they're gonna do it justice.
yeah.
It's probably gonna be a day one purchase for me.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Unless
definitely.
the reviews are scathing. And
Yeah,
people
I'll definitely go in with kind of lowered expectations just because of like the track record of Paper Mario, but
Mhm.
it looks really good. I'm super excited either
It
way.
looks awesome. And I don't need the combat to be exactly like
No,
Thousand Year
like
Door.
yeah, I mean it could be different. Like I mean that combat's kind of slow, and I don't know. It's been so long since I played that game, anyways, that it may not held up as well as I remember. I don't know.
Mhm.
So
It looks like it has the charm of Thousand Year Door,
yeah,
and that's what matters. The writing and the charm are 2 of the most important factors in those games, I think.
yeah. Noodles had said he wanted a new Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the Switch.
Yes.
The last, and this is for the 3DS. I think it wasn't Bowser's Inside Story. It was no, it might have been that one. Was that the last one that came out?
Well, they did the remakes of Partners in Time, and what was the one you just mentioned?
Bowser's Inside Story.
No, the
Oh, Superstar Saga.
Superstar Saga. They did those remasters and then they went bankrupt.
Oh,
So
that's right. That's
I don't
right.
think they're gonna be
Do any more of those unless they
doing
give it to
anymore.
another team, which is kind
Exactly.
of wild. I mean, weren't they? They weren't owned by Nintendo, I guess. Then correct? I guess they're their own. I mean, they were made exclusively for Nintendo products, but
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think
they
they were
weren't
like a
owned.
second party.
That's kind of a bummer because those games are really good.
Yeah, I played up through Inside Story, and I loved him. Like a
Now,
first three were really good.
which one was the one where you could become like really giant?
I think that was Bowser's Inside Story.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I think.
I beat that game. I enjoyed it for the most part. I felt like it was entirely too long. Like it did not end.
I think that's the case for most of those
Yeah,
games.
because they're really fun to play, but it just kind of they're a little bit long in the tooth. It takes forever to beat it. Like when I thought it was towards the end, it was like another like 5 hours or something crazy. So
Mhm. I think I
other than that,
remember you talking about that for Inside Story. Did you play Paper Jam? Mario and Luigi Paper Jam?
no, I didn't
That
play
might
that
not
one.
be. Okay. I
But
don't know.
yeah,
I
it's
think that was the last one they did.
yeah, and yeah, those games are good, but yeah, just up until that point, I was just like, I'm just ready to kind of be done with this.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, hopefully that franchise can get another shot with another team, or I don't know if the same team gets any funding or anything, But
Yeah. But we'll
yeah,
see.
I would love to.
Or at least bring them to the Switch. You know.
Yeah, bring those remasters or remakes to the Switch. I mean, that's what they should have done initially. Like the 3DS was dead at that point, and those
Yeah.
were the last games that were on the 3DS. Like just put those on the Switch. Like
Yeah.
same for Metroid, Return of Samus. Like they should have put that on the Switch. But
Yeah. Oh well.
oh well.
So they finally. I don't know if they've showed gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima, but we finally got to see what that game looks like in action
And we saw
instead
a pretty
from the trailers.
in-depth look of the
Yeah, it was
game.
about a roughly 18, 19 minute state of play demo. Um, it looks good. I mean, the combat doesn't look like it's going to be anything spectacular. Uh, we've kind of seen it before, I guess.
I don't know though, because I think you kill enemies pretty fast. Like you can kill them in one swing of your sword,
Yeah, yeah.
but you also die just as quickly.
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay.
I was just reading an article earlier today, and I think that was clarified that you die almost as fast as you can kill enemies. So it might be on the harder side
That could be kind of that. Actually sounds more interesting than
than you just being like a
like a complete
sponge.
yeah. So that's cool. And then like there's like you can obviously do like the ghost
Hmm.
where you're stealth or whatever, and it looks cool, man. The world looks beautiful.
Yeah,
Um,
the navigation, like the
yeah,
way,
with the wind and
like the
stuff.
waypoints and everything, like
Yeah,
it's just it's blended in so well with the world.
yep.
And
So that may end up. I want to hold off on reviews just to kind of see how it looks like, but that may be a day one purchase for me because I thought this game was going to be bad. I mean, it still could be. I don't know. Who knows?
just because they haven't talked about it
But
much.
yeah, they have like Sony's been so quiet about it, and then they pushed it back in favor of The Last of Us Part Two or whatever. So it's just like
Mm,
I was like, man, this game is gonna kind of suck. It's you know, so
yeah.
it looks good. I'm excited to play it.
And this one also comes out on July 17th, same day as Paper Mario.
Yeah. Oh well, I might have to get Paper Mario over that.
I think I'm gonna get Paper Mario. I'd rather,
Yeah.
I don't know. Paper Mario seems more fun, more of a
Yeah.
fun time.
Yeah. Just like kind of like a little feel good game. Like,
Yeah.
God, it just looks so pretty. I can't wait.
Yeah,
How
but
you run?
Ghost of Tsushima does it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks cool. I'm excited to play it. Um, I'm like 100% like a 180 from how I felt about that game before until now after I watched the state of play because we just didn't know anything about it.
Hopefully, it does enough to differentiate itself from other like open world type games.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like it looked like it lended some from Breath of the Wild and lended from Assassin's Creed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like aside from the navigation and the different, um, and even like the stealth mode and the samurai mode, like those weren't completely new. I just didn't see something that exactly stood out
Yeah,
as
exactly.
an original idea. So we'll see. We'll see. It does look good, but I just hope it doesn't get lost in the fray of every other open world game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not totally burned out on open world stuff, but
Mhm.
um, and I kind of blame it on like Far Cry 4 because like it's just such a I don't know, man. There's just so much stuff to do in that game, and like the whole tower stuff. Like it just kind of gets old
Yeah,
after a while.
it's
I think
just a
that was like,
pattern.
yeah, it's like all the same. Um, so we'll see.
I did love Far Cry 4 though.
Yeah, and which it's Sucker Punch, so they did Infamous and Sly. So I mean, they've got a good track record.
Mhm.
So it'll probably be pretty good.
Yeah, it will.
But you want to talk about the last one, last news?
Yeah, so I think this was kind of done under Sony's wing, but they revealed Unreal Engine 5 and showed a demo running on
Hmm.
PlayStation 5, and it was just like a 30-second demo. I mean, it almost looked like I'm trying to think of. It looks like a mix of like Horizon and Uncharted, except you're flying around.
Now,
But
what demo did you watch?
it was like the 30-second demo of like this person running through this valley and then flying.
Oh, that was like that must have been the end, because if you can back on YouTube and watch it, but there's like a 20-minute demo of that thing.
Oh, word?
Yeah, it looks really, really good. I mean, um, I don't know if that's quite like true gameplay. I mean, it could have been up-resed. It could have been, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if games are always going to look this good, but it looked good. It looked good.
Yeah, I need to watch the whole thing because I thought it was just like a really short
No, it was like
video.
yeah, it's about it's about long as the state of play thing.
Okay.
About 15, 16 minutes of I don't know. It looked good. Like all the particle effects and like the lighting effects and stuff look cool.
Nice.
So I mean,
Nice. Yeah.
they're talking a whole bunch of nonsense about, programming and stuff like that I just kind of went over my head because I don't know what that stuff is, but
But it looked pretty.
it looked real good. So
Nice. So we got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah.
More than I thought would be coming. And
yeah,
based off of like Nintendo just dropping the trailer for Paper Mario like out of the blue, I think that's going to be their strategy going forward.
yeah, like they're kind of, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell what they're going to do. Like, are they going to do another, like a proper direct or whatever? Or are they just going to start, like you said, just kind of dropping stuff?
I think they will. Like, I think they're just going to be dropping stuff throughout the year, just based off of like E3 going away, and Xbox is kind of doing the same thing where they're intermittently revealing games
Yeah, they got
and all that
their
stuff. So,
2020 monthly rollout until the console comes out.
yep. So I think Nintendo will do something similar where they're just announcing a game every month, or something in that vein. I
Yeah,
don't know if we'll see
every
a
couple of weeks or
direct.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like we'll get like a, hopefully like during IGN's like Summer of Gaming or something like that, closer to E3. Like we'll get like a nice proper direct. I mean, even if it's just like talking about games they'll add to the service or whatever. Because I mean, we talked about it before, but just with these new consoles coming out, I mean, they've really got to up their the quality of, or just like add more stuff to their service. I mean, yeah, it's only $5 a month or $20 a year or something like that. But I mean, other than a couple games like Splatoon and a couple other multiplayer, there's kind of no point in have it.
There's really not. And I think recently they said they were gonna try to add stuff to it to increase the value of it, but they didn't really say what that was gonna
Yeah.
be. So we'll see, but I don't know. They really haven't done much so far for the online service.
Or maybe like it'd be really cool if they put out like a free game, like a proper, I don't know, like a Captain Toad or something, like something that's kind of like older or whatever, that's maybe not selling so much anymore. They could just kind of give away for free to kind of be like, hey, every once a month we're giving away this game, or maybe we'll let you play it for a month for free, and then after a month it's going to go away, and then it's going to get swapped out with something different.
See, that's a great idea, but just, sometimes Nintendo is like 10 years behind.
Yeah.
You just gotta wait.
Yeah, just gotta wait, and hopefully they'll get their stuff together with their online service. I mean, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up the show this week. Sorry, like with the stream, like I had to stop and eat dinner and stuff like that. But
late dinner.
Yeah, it's all good. If you guys want to send emails over to gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com, you can send us any sort of questions you have for us, whether it's gaming or maybe something like personal, something you have a question about a personal life or something like that. Or any suggestions you have for the show, what you like, what you don't like. And you can always, if you wouldn't mind, leaving us a review on your favorite podcasting platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the good stuff. I think we're on everything. So
Yeah, I think so.
that's cool. Nick, any more thoughts?
Nothing from me.
Cool.
Keep
Well,
on keeping on.
keep on keeping on. Well, you can follow me at Atomic Reptar 92 on Twitch. I'll probably be streaming some more Skyward Sword. And then you can go follow my follow Nick's YouTube channel. He's starting to do a couple more skateboarding videos here recently.
Yeah. Nick VP
And
95.
yeah. And I've also got his SoundCloud stuff in the description as well if you want to check out some of his music.
Cool.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week. Everyone have a good week.
Bye-bye.